Good morning, students. Today we are going to discuss one of the PIB, Press Information Bureau releases. Very important data has been released, okay, about the horticulture production. Okay, second advanced estimates have been released yesterday. About that data, we are going to see. You see, quoting the data is very important in mains answer writing. At the same time, in the prelims also, trends based questions are asked extensively, okay, on different things: GDP growth, inflation, okay, government debt, that too, production, industrial production and agricultural production. About all these things, you should have an idea about the trends, production trends, or how it is increasing or how it is decreasing. Not only that, um, as a student of or as an aspirant of UPSC, you should have awareness about the things like horticulture production and agricultural production in our country. Very important information or data that you have to remember. Okay, right. So the source for my discussion is this document. Okay, this important document has been released by the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare, right? So based on this document, I'm going to discuss, I'm going to present the data. Okay, right. So the advanced or second advanced estimates for the year 2025 and 2026, if you see the cultivation area, you see you have to remember two things. First is cultivation area of cultivation. Second is how much production is there. Okay, these two things are very important. Okay, so estimated cultivation area is 301 lakh hectares. One thing you remember earlier, the government of India used to release the data in million tons. Okay, million tons or billion tons, but now they are using Indian system of these numbers like thousands, lakhs, crores, etc. Earlier, the practice was okay, thousands, millions, billions, trillions, etc. But don't worry, 301 lakh hectares means you bring the decimal point one number before, so it will become 30.15 million tons. Okay, 30.15 million tons. Okay, then if you have to convert into lakh tons, take this decimal one number forward, one place forward, till become 301.5 lakh hectares. Okay, right. Same applies to each and every number that is given. You try to remember in both ways. Okay, million tons and lakh tons. Okay, the actual practice used to be earlier giving the data in or expressing the data in million tons, but no problem. Okay. Then expected total production for this year is 3,777 lakh tons. If you convert it into millions, 377 million tons production. Okay. So this is about the this is the important information you have to remember. This data, first data, area of cultivation for the entire horticulture, and the total production. These two things you have to remember. Very important. Okay, and some more important information is there. Okay, the same data is there. Total cultivation of cultivated area or cultivable area under cultivation is 301 lakh hectares. Total production is 3,777 lakh tons. There is some increase. Okay. Previous year 301.51. This year it has become, sorry, this year it has become 301.51 lakh hectares. Earlier it was 301.36. Some increase is there. Production is also increased by approximately 70.39 lakh tons compared to the previous year data, that is of 2024-25. Okay. The government made sure that there is accuracy of the data. So how that has been made possible? It has been made possible by compiling the data via state level inputs and government agencies. Okay. Generally, how we calculate the data? Satellite. We get the estimates by using the satellite data. Actually, I think in some area I have explained how satellites are used for estimating the crop production. But here, state level data or inputs and government agency inputs from the government agencies have taken, and that's how data accuracy has been maintained. Okay. So we will see some highlights of the estimates. Okay, so these two numbers by now you might be thorough with: area under cultivation and total production. There is area expansion 0.05% from the previous year. Production volume, increase of volume I have already mentioned. There is increase of 70.39 lakh tons, roughly 1.90% increase from the previous year. The key things that have driven the increase in the production are the fruits, vegetables, flowers, and aromatic and medicinal plants. I think you know what are all the components constitutes the horticulture sector: fruits, vegetables, flowers. Okay, then aromatic plants, medicinal plants, mushroom cultivation. Okay, then gardening also. Okay. Decorative plants. Okay, all these things they are called as ornamental plantation. All these things are part and parcel of horticulture sector. Okay, even mushroom cultivation also comes under horticulture. Okay, so the growth in horticulture is especially driven by all these things. Okay. So fruit production, if you see, that is expected to be 1,214 lakh tons, or in other words, 121.47 million tons. Vegetable production is expected to be 2,210 lakh tons, or 221 million tons. Okay. If you see the fruit sector, what are the highlights? The production is set to increase by 3.25% over the previous year. Okay. Within the fruits, the growth is primarily driven by fruits like banana, mango, papaya, apple, and guava. Okay, these are the fruits that are driving the production within the fruit sector. Okay. Then if you see the vegetable sector is set to record 0.75 increase. Okay, in the cultivable area. Okay, production volume is expected to increase by 1.47% from the previous year. Okay, in vegetable sector, the vegetables that had driven the growth are potato, tomato, okra, peas, cauliflower, and bottle ground. These are the vegetables that have driven the growth in the agricultural sector. Okay, try to remember them. Trends are very, very important. Then we will see the other commodities and how they have driven the horticulture sector. Onion production reached or expected to reach 307.37 lakhs, or 30 million tons, roughly you can say. Potato production is expected to reach 598, so roughly 600 lakh tons or 60 million tons. Tomato production 214 lakh tons or 21 million tons roughly. So you can clearly say potato is the leader among the top crops. I think you know what are the top crops: tomato, onion, and potato. They are fundamental in vegetables. The prices of rest of the vegetables is decided by these two crops only, top crops. Okay, and they are very, very basic. Everybody has to use these three vegetables. Okay, in that definitely the leader is potato. 60 million tons production. Half of that is onion production, and roughly 21 million tons is tomato production. Okay. Right. Increases are there. I think for individual crops, you need not worry that much. Okay. Area under onion production is area under cultivation for onion is expected to increase by 2.31%. Okay. That actual area is 20.14 lakh hectares. Okay. Then potato output is expected to reach, we have already seen it, 598 lakh tons. Okay. Increase of 13.18 lakh ton compared to previous year. Tomato, the expected production is 214.61 lakh tons, an increase of 8.62 lakh ton compared to the previous year. Okay, this is about the top crops. We will move forward. Aromatic plants, spices and flowers, so we will see. You see aromatic and medicinal plants, their production is 9.76 lakh ton or 0.97 million ton. Okay, flower production is floriculture 45.84 lakh ton or 4.58 million tons. Spices production is 126 lakh tons or 12.65 million tons. Okay, this is about aromatic plants, flowers and spices. Okay, so their production already we have seen 9.76 lakh tons compared to the previous year production of 9.01 lakh tons. Okay, so roughly there is 0.75 lakh tons of production increase in production volume is there. Okay, then flower production, there is an increase of 7.47% compared to the previous year. Okay, and area under cultivation is set to increase to 4 lakh hectares. Okay, under flowers. Right. Then within the flowers, floriculture and plantations, plantation crops expected the production is expected at 169.34 lakh tons. And the area covered for plantations is 46 lakh hectares. Okay, these numbers are very, very important. You try to remember them. Okay. Then you see here figures, earlier we have seen only for flowers. Now I have given the figures for plantation crops also. Remember them, very, very, very important. Then finally we will see spices, growth of the spices. The area under spices product cultivation is expected to reach 50 lakh hectares. Okay, and the production is set to reach 126.55 lakh tons. Okay, and the top gainers in the spices are garlic, turmeric, curry leaves, and fenugreek. These are the top gainers within the spices. Okay, very little information I would say, or small data, but very, very important data. As an aspirant of UPSC, you should know all this data. Okay, right. This is what you have to know about the horticulture data that is released by the Ministry of Agriculture and Farmers Welfare. In combination to this, next lecture I am going to, present the details about the horticulture sector, briefly the status of horticulture sector in our country. Okay, in continuation to this. Okay, so this is it for today. Try to remember the information. Let me tell you once again, very, very important. This data is very, very important. Okay, so see you next time. Until then, you have a very good time.